Hey, everybody, welcome back to Living on the Verge. I just wanted to sit down with you for a minute and tell you how things are going this week. So, this morning has already been a fabulous morning. We are having some amazing Southern California weather. So, for the rest of you, I'm so sorry if you are having winter weather. It is expected to be between 75 and 80 degrees where I live today. And I am not envious of those of you who are not enjoying the same gorgeousness. Anyway, I've had my morning coffee. It was wonderful. I am really, truly enjoying these small pivots that I have made that have led me to just have these really great days, especially this week. So I'm excited to share this stuff with you. And one of the things that is coming up over the next week is Disneyland. I'm taking my granddaughter to Disneyland next week because she's going to be 15 years old. I cannot believe I have a 15-year-old granddaughter. It is just such a blessing, and I'm so lucky that she still likes me and she still wants to hang out with me. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on in the podcast. I want to talk about how life is truly feeling both quieter and fuller. And it's a really interesting juxtaposition for me. On the one hand, everything is more calm and quiet. But at the end of the day, when I look back and reflect, I see that I have touched on several really important pillars of my life that I want to have consistently. I think that it is a beautiful thing that I am able to really, truly see the beauty that I'm creating on a day to day. And it is actually leading to so much more personal satisfaction. I'm just really grateful for that. You guys, I'm so excited. It's Super Bowl weekend and we're going to a party on Sunday. I am making the rice and the beans tomorrow, which honestly is one of my favorite parts. The party itself is a really good party. There's football pools, really good food, lots of beer, liquor, family, friends. I'm really excited about it. Now, I'm a Chargers girl forever, but this year I'm just excited for a good game and some good energy with good people. Now let's talk about how everything feels a little bit different. Last week, things were so busy. I had a busy social calendar all week. I was kind of running. And this week, I actually did have a couple of adventures, but for some reason, the rhythm seemed to feel different. It seemed very steady, nothing crazy and over the top. And, I never throughout the entire course of this week had any feeling of being harried or late or rushed or like I was missing out on something. It was a very balanced week and it felt really, really amazing. And I think part of it is because I have become aware of the fact that I'm in control of my day and the pace and also the emotions that I allow to run my day, right? So I've been enjoying slower mornings again. And I've mentioned this a little bit, but essentially I get up, I have my moment, and I'm really loving it. I am having my coffee. I feed my dogs so that they're not sitting there staring at me longingly. I get that all out of the way right at the beginning and opening the blinds, moving on with my day. Always starts with journaling these days, and it's really a great way for me to regurgitate anything that might be sitting in my head that might kind of, crowd my day later. And then I just started this week and I'm loving it. I recently bought a new Bible because, I'm not afraid to admit it. I had to get a large print version and there is nothing wrong with that. It renewed my excitement about exploring the Bible again. And so I have been doing just 10 or 15 minutes of Bible reading in the morning after my journaling. I set a timer and I have a plan and I'm really excited about it. And the interesting thing that I am finding just in this 1 week alone is that every time you read the Bible, you have a different takeaway. At least that's my experience. I have been reading the Bible off and on since I was a young teenager. And I remember starting with, the book of Genesis back in the day, and it was just so dry and so hard to understand. And as I got older, it became a little bit more palatable, I guess. And then, I read at some points things that came across very fire and brimstone. And then you go back and you read it and you can see that you have a different interpretation of maybe the same passage all these years later. So I think that's why it is the book that people keep going back to time after time. And I'm no exception to that. And I'm really proud of myself. I have been able to do my walk every day this week. So I get to check that off of my success list this week. I started slow, and if I wasn't able to walk, I just didn't. I would shorten my walk or slow down. But I'm really excited because today I was able to do my full walk. I did not have to slow down or anything. And I felt really good and really happy and proud and also strong. So these little consistent changes that I'm implementing into my morning are really setting me up for success. And I just noticed the difference between managing my life versus living it. I think that I had been managing my life more than living it lately. And this week, I did things a little differently to try to change that. And it's working. So on this week on The Verge, let's talk about Fridge Friday. Today was my Clean Out Fridge Friday. Now, I clean my fridge on Wednesdays before the trash comes to get rid of things. But then on Friday, I do like a Cassius can fridge clean out. What can I throw together to get rid of all this stuff that's lingering? And this week I have a bunch of vegetables. So I am going to make myself a really lovely frittata with a ton of veggies. I think I'm going to use a little bit of cheese, and I'm all out of greens, with the exception of kale. So I'll probably throw that in the frittata, but I'm going to be having that for my lunch. And I think I'm going to have a little yogurt parfait to go along with it. So I make sure that I really boost up my protein, because I'm trying things a little bit differently in that I'm still high protein, low or no carbs whenever possible. But I also want to make sure that I'm getting enough fiber and enough healthy fats. And we've talked about this a little bit before, but I just noticed that I'm more clear and I'm a lot stronger on days where I really bump up the protein. And this is what, everybody's been telling us all along. At this stage in the game, we 50 plus ladies, we need our protein because it's going to keep us strong and focused and provide everything that we need to maintain our muscle mass, which for me is a huge thing these days. And so cooking at home more has really helped me with this. And I'm excited about being able to take simple ingredients and make something that makes me feel good. And with that, it's kind of just made me enjoy being home again in general. I'm noticing that I'm really kind of relishing in the time that I have. So I refilled the spa last week, and I've been doing this routine where in the afternoons, because I'm not just going and going and going anymore, I am able to be done by, yesterday it was like 3:30. And then I have all evening to pamper myself or watch television or hang out with the dogs or read more of my book or whatever. But it's just opened up this huge window of time. And so I've been using it to enjoy time in the spa. And I'm so glad my spa is back up and running. And I couldn't have done it at a better time because we're having great weather. And you know what? it's no coincidence that my hip isn't hurting because I'm getting in the spa every afternoon, and I think it's really helping with my walk. And I'm really excited about my spa today because I'm implementing a pre-spa 15-minute workout that is supposed to help me maintain my muscle mass and also is supposed to benefit from going in the spa and having a soak afterward. So I'll tell you all about how that works out. I'm really excited about trying it, and today will be the first day I do that. And also, I have a 5-pound kettlebell, and I ordered 2 5-pound weights so that on days where I don't feel like I could go to the gym, or I don't want to go to the gym, or there's just a bunch of other things going on, I can still, do a few reps here and there to maintain my muscle mass, because I've been doing some research, and the truth is it does not really require all that much to maintain your muscle mass. Now, at this stage, if I wanted to build muscle and get buff, that would require a lot of effort. But to maintain the strength and muscle mass I have now is really not a lot more than staying active, weight training, and getting the right amount of protein. And along with that comes rest and all of the other things. But really, there's no magic bullet. It's just making sure you're consistent with those things. And so I'm trying to slowly implement those things that will help me and not seem like some super heavy 2-a-day workout situation, because as much as I am excited about staying strong and being healthy, I don't want diet and exercise to become the only thing I focus on and so big and so much of a part of my day that I grow to resent it. I don't think that that would be sustainable for me at this age in my life. And I just want to be honest with myself about it. So this week, with regards to cooking at home and having these simple meals, have really been so fulfilling to me. And so I'm really grateful that I'm able to see that these small changes are paying off. And I'm noticing the same thing happening in my social life. It is really becoming something that is intentional. I look forward to it. I don't feel the need to say yes if I don't want to. And there are very few instances where I say no, because everything feels pretty well calibrated. I'm surrounding myself with people who I enjoy being with. I come away feeling fulfilled and fed and just very happy. And I don't have to feel like I have to be doing something every single day in order to feel fulfilled. This week, I only did something one day, and I spent the rest of the day at home, the rest of the week at home, and I am happier than I've been in weeks. Even though I enjoy those busy weeks where I'm out with 1 or 2 or 3 friends in any given week, honestly, the social energy just feels different now than before. And so when I am out, I enjoy it. But when I'm home, I'm enjoying that too. And I think that it all goes back to making sure that I notice and cherish the small moments, like the quiet mornings I just told you about, or the walks. Earlier this week, one of the walks just felt eternal. I kept thinking, why am I doing this to myself? And I got done with the walk and I felt so much better about myself that I realized that I needed to have that conversation and I needed to push through, because the rest of the week, the walks felt more like a privilege and less like, a drag, something I had to get done. The small routines that I'm building, they feel very grounding. They feel very natural, and they feel amazing. Well, it's time for Winos on the Verge, my quick, honest take on where we went, what we drank, and whether I'd go back. Well, this week, there is no new winery to report because I'm choosing comfort and conversation over just arbitrarily chasing experiences. And I just told you I spent most of the week at home. And so just a brief reminder for all of my friends who are members at different wineries. It's pickup time at most wineries this week. And so that's this week's Winos on the Verge segment, short and sweet. For this next week, I am really excited about going to Disneyland with my granddaughter. I am getting ready to send her a text to find out which things she wants to have as priorities on her get done list. We're going to be able to go to both parks because I did buy the park hopper for her. So I'm really excited. And you guys already know that I'm a Magic Key holder. So this is part of my goal, which is to go at least once a month this year. I got close last year, but I kind of fell off at the end of the year. And I didn't even get to see Disneyland at Christmas last year, which was kind of a big deal for me. But that's okay. There's always this year. And I'm going to be there very shortly. So, of course, I'll share how everything went with you. And guess what? You guys, I'm really enjoying this season of my life, where I get to decide what I want to do, when I want to do it, and also what I don't want to do. I'm really, truly enjoying letting things feel a little simpler lately. And if you're listening and you've been feeling a little fried or a little sharp lately, I just want to remind you, it doesn't mean you're failing. It might just mean you're depleted. That's what was going on with me. This week has been a reminder for me that calm isn't the absence of doing. It's doing without urgency. There's a very big difference between the two. So I'm going into this weekend choosing warmth, choosing simplicity, and choosing a pace that lets me actually enjoy my life while I'm living it. Thanks for spending a little time with me today. This is Living on the Verge, paying attention to real life, the fun parts, the messy parts, and what they're trying to teach me. I'll see you next time.